2007 at the Prefontaine Classic. You beat Yuri Borskowski in that race. Tell us what that race, what do you remember about that race, and what did winning that race mean to you, and what did it do for you as far as the trajectory of your career?
Yeah, it's funny looking back on it now. I was a place filler essentially for that race. Tom Jordan allowed me in because I was the local kid and I ran for a track club.
We've all been there.
I know, I mean, it was an honor to be competing at Free Classic from this incredible crowd. And I just thought, what a unique opportunity. I don't know if I can win this, I don't know if I can even take top 5, but if I just go along to the ride, I'll probably run a PR. So that was my goal going in. I was second to last at 400 and 10th place at 600, and then people just started debating, and I picked 1 off, and then 2, and then 3, and then coming off the bound curve, I kind of peered around a couple guys, and I saw Yuri, and I said, I think I know better. And it wasn't until literally about right here that he kind of, I like to think that he had more in the tank, but I dipped to the line, and I got it, and I knew I had it, and I just threw it times. And, you know, at the time, it was this moment that I worked so hard for. I still, at the time I would have been honest with you, I said, Yuri's a much better 800 runner than I'll ever be. But today, here at Haverfield, I got it. And that moment launched my professional career.
And also led to a moment that people in this town and around this country will never, ever forget. Let's take a look at one of the most exciting races we've ever been run on US.
This is Symmonds from Eugene, Oregon. Listen to the crowd.
Tommy told me he's been waiting for this night. The Olympic trials, a chance to make the Olympic team since his experience in Osaka at the World Outdoor Championships, and he is an absolute crowd favorite.
Robinson, the ball, 1-2. Here comes Symmonds. He finally gets free and he swings to the outside with his closing kick. Robinson has got it. Here comes Symmonds. Symmonds springs by to take the lead. Nick Symmonds.
I'll check and get back to you.
Oh, that's so good.
He was pretty confident in his class, and then you came And everyone in that race, set PRs, the world record was set. And Andrew and I were talking about how he would have medaled in the previous 2 Olympic Games, but you just happened to be in the race of a century, and it doesn't get you on the medal stand. How significant was it for you to run that fast in your final race of the Games?
I would say it's still bittersweet, even to this day. That time would have medaled at nearly every single Olympic Games ever contested. But I can't control what David Rudisha did. I can't control what Nigel Amos did. I can only control the product that I can bring on a given day. Going into that race, Coach Roland, he said, "Nick, you're not going to beat David Rudisha today." Like literally an hour before the race, he was, "It's not going to happen." I'm like, "Okay, that's okay." I mean, he never wanted to hold back. He let me know where I was at. He said, "Well, what you will do is you're going to run 50.5, 52.5, perfect 2-second differential. You're going to run 143.0, and you're going to be the Olympic silver medalist." And coming from a guy like Mark Roland, who you guys know, when Rose says something, he means it. He's not saying that to inflate my confidence. Because I didn't need that. I needed someone to be brutally honest with me. He said, "You will run 143.0 today, and you will lead this track for Olympic silver medalist." I found an extra 0.05 of a second. I ran 142.95, but it wasn't good enough for a silver medal. And when I emerged from the tunnel, kind of just in this fog, what just happened? He just walked up and gave me a big hug. He said, "Thanks for letting me be a part of that. That was really special. That was the greatest 800-meter race ever run. I got to be a part of that because you put one out there." And I guess that kind of made up for the fact that I didn't have a medal. All we can ask ourselves is to show up on the day and bring the best product that we can. And in 20 years of competing, the fastest I ever ran was in